Good afternoon. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we can have a little bit of songs and maybe a story or two. I had a song kind of come to me today, and I was singing it over and over and over, and I always ask the Lord, what would you like to have me sing today? Because He knows you're going to be watching, and this is what you need. And this one song just kind of went over and over, and it was the song, Tell It to Jesus. My wife was telling me a story about some years ago that there was a woman that said this very thing to a man, but her attitude was terrible. The fella was heartbroken. I guess his wife had left him and he didn't know what to do, and she said, "Oh, just tell it to Jesus," in a very smart, eloquent way. Now that was the good advice, but her attitude was all wrong. But today, if you have something that's going on that maybe you can't divulge that to anybody else, just do what this little song said. Are you weary? Are you heavy laden? Tell it to Jesus. Tell it to Jesus. Are you grieving over joys departed? Tell it to Jesus alone. Tell it to Jesus. Tell it to Jesus. He is a friend that's well known. There's no other such a friend or brother. Tell it to Jesus alone. Are you troubled of the thought of dying? Just tell it to Jesus. Tell it to Jesus. For Christ coming, kingdom are you sighing? Tell it to Jesus alone. Tell it to Jesus. Tell it to Jesus. He is a friend that's well known. There's no other such a friend or brother. Tell it to Jesus alone. So that's the advice today. Just tell it to Jesus. Said there's no other friend or brother. I see my brother Fred out in Indiana tuning in today. And we are all very close in our family. We would drop whatever we had to, I'm sure, if it really meant that, to try to help each other. But Jesus said He'd be closer than a friend or even a brother. So you can tell it to Jesus. Here's a song that I just love, and I told my mother-in-law today, and I said I'm a little bit like George Burns. If you remember, George Burns would sing just a little bit of a song, then he'd sing a little bit more of something else, and he said he had so many songs that he couldn't get through with one. He had to sing another one. Sometimes I feel that way. I just have so many songs, and one will lead me to the other. But here's a pretty song I think you know. I have found a friend in Jesus. He's everything to me. He's the fairest of 10,000s to my soul. He's the lily of the valley. In Him alone I need all I need to cleanse and make me fully whole. In sorrow He's my comfort, in trouble He's my stay, and He tells me every care on Him to roll. He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000s to my soul. He will never leave me, nor yet forsake me here, while I try by faith to do His blessed will. A wall of fire about me, but I've nothing now to fear. Giveth manna, He my hungry soul shall fill. While sweeping up to glory, I see His blessed face, where rivers of delight light shall ever roam. He's the lily of the valley and the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000s to my soul. Oh, I love that song though, Lily of the Valley. I was looking and saw how many people had recorded that. I think Elvis recorded, even George Jones, country singer. And you know, and he's the lily of the valley for you. He takes away your burdens. Here's a little song I'd like to sing. Yes, Jesus took my burdens I could no longer bear. Jesus took my burdens in answer to my prayer. My anguish fear subsided, my spirit was made strong. For Jesus took my burdens and he left with me a song. Once I, a poor lost sinner, before the Lord did fall, and in the name of Jesus for pardon I did call. He heard my supplication, my spirit was made strong. Then Jesus took my burdens and he left with me a song. Oh, Jesus took my burdens I could no longer bear. Yes, Jesus took my burdens in answer to my prayer. My anguish fear subsided, my spirit was made strong. For Jesus took my burdens and he left with me a song. Thanks for watching this afternoon. Tomorrow, I'll be a little bit later. I have a work shift that, or maybe I can record something ahead of time, I don't know. But nevertheless, I'll be on here sometime, so just look and we'll just have a little good time singing and some little stories. God bless you, appreciate it.